Hello and welcome to Colred Plays Raid Shadow Legends. I am Colred. Thank you for joining me. So we have a ton going on in the game right now. There is currently a progressive shard chance event going on with a really great pool of champions. In addition, the Blizzard the Howler fusion has launched, and so that is ongoing. We still have the Yuletide Titan event going on with Toome in the Cold as the ultimate prize there. And then we have a summon rush going on for the next couple of days with points for both the Yuletide Titan event and fragments for the current fusion. So in today's video, I am going to be pulling 3 different types of shards, and all of those shards are invested in those different places. I am going for Toome in the Cold. I am also going for Blizzard the Howler, but it's a shard pull event, so we're also hoping to get some champions along the way. I have no idea what's going to happen, but I'm excited to pull some shards. So let's get started. So some quick channel business. I am still in the midst of my subscriber push for 2023. My original goal was 5K subscribers by the end of this year. That's not going to happen, but I want that number to be as high as possible. Maybe, just maybe, we can hit 4K in the next few weeks. So if you're willing to help me out, go ahead and hit the like button for this video. Subscribe to the channel to get those subscriber numbers up, and also consider joining our Discord community. Thanks so much for the help. Now let's get back to the video. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to do is just show you the summon rush so you know exactly why I'm pulling the way I'm pulling today. We have points in here for both the snow points. We have the snow points here for the Yuletide Titan event, and I do need all 300. I don't think I can skip out on these 200 points here. In addition, we have the 25 champion fragments for the fusion. Now, if we look at the shard pulls, we have 200 points for primal shards, 20 points for ancient shards, and 500 points for sacred shards. And I'm realistically going to need 4,000 points here. I can get the rest of the way with mystery shards in the next day or two. Now, I would love to go after these legendary tomes, but I don't think I'm going to pull any extra shards for these legendary tomes. So what that means is I have 4 primal shards. That's going to be 800 points. I think I'm going to pull some ancient shards as well. I'm going to pull a 10 pull of ancient shards. That's going to get me to 1,000 points. And that's going to let me pull the typical 6 sacred shards for 3,000 points. That should land me right on 4,000 points. And I'll get the last 100 with those mystery shards. And that'll be great. Now, there is a champion chase tournament later in the fragment fusion event, the hybrid fusion event. But I can actually get all of those points with fragment champions I've already saved. So I don't really have to spend any shards next weekend. But I could if I want. It is a 2 times sacred shard event, so I may still pull some sacreds then. So we'll have to see how it goes in terms of the champions that we get now, and also how we do in the fusion. So for instance, if I happen to pull one of these epics, then that's going to allow me to skip a lot of events in the fusion. That would be 4 events, 25 fragments per event. So if I happen to get real lucky and pull the epic, that would change my strategy. But I still feel comfortable getting the Tourman and getting the fusion event with the resources that I currently have. One last thing I wanted to note here about this fusion event calendar is this champion chase tournament goes until Christmas Day. So if you are going to successfully complete Tourman somewhere in that window, or even before that window, you should hold him for this champion chase tournament if you're going for the fusion, because he is 650 points in that champion chase tournament. So not only can you have the 3 Bovos sharp horns ready to go and fuse during that, fuse the fragments into champions during that champion chase. But if you have Tourman, that's another 650. So that could be a grand total of 1,400 points in the champion chase tournament without pulling a single shard. So in case you're like me and you're doing both events, you want to consider that carefully. Don't just get Tourman and then pull him instantly. Wait to get the most value from him. Okay, so now we actually get to plan our shard pulls and hopefully get something interesting. Now, the progressive pool in this particular event is extremely appealing to me personally. Out of these 6 legendaries, I own 1 on this account. The only one I have is Wither. So I don't need Wither, but any of the other ones would actually be good. The most important one for me personally is probably Kymar, but Duchess and Lysandra are both excellent. I think Badel is always fantastic. And I think this one is her name Ireth? This is the least appealing champion to me here. So I think that I'm going to have to go for the Kymar. I wish there were 2 slots here. I wish I could put Duchess and Kymar in both, but I think I have to go for Kymar. Now, as far as the epics are concerned, I do own both epics, and I guess I'll put Cryodan in because he could be free books. You don't need to book Doom Priest, and I've already got 2 copies of her anyway. So let's go ahead and do this. I really want Duchess as well, and I also want Lysandra really badly, but I think I have to go with Kymar. Now I'm going to do the same thing here for the Primal Shards. We'll do Kymar and Cryodan, and then we can always change these later after we've pulled some shards. If we happen to hit on Kymar, then I can change it. All right, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to start with the 10 pull of the Ancient Shards. It's just 1 times normal chances here, really, so I don't expect to hit. But if we get really lucky and hit on one of those fusion epics, that would be a huge win. So I don't necessarily need Kymar here in order to feel like I've done something good with my Ancient Shards. So let's go ahead and do this 110 pull. Let's hit something. Show me an epic. Nope. Blue tax. Okay. That's all right. That's okay. Those were basically for points anyway. Now let's get to the Primal Shards. Ooh. All right. Four Primal Shards. Let's see something good. It's a double chance here. Got an epic. Missionary. Not an epic I need. That's a 4-star chicken, but that's okay. So now my chance for Cryodan does go up. That's not a huge help here because I already have him. All right, there's a rare. Grinner, not an awful rare. Actually pretty good for Faction Crypts. He is a reviver. Another rare. My editor son likes to say that Primal Shards are his favorite rare generator. Rare champion generator. 3-star chicken generator. Okay, so we got 1 epic and 3 rares. Not too interesting there. Now we get to the sacred. So we are going to pull 6 sacreds. Let's see if we can get a little bit luckier here. Come on. Okay. The Resk. I don't know if I own her, but not super exciting. Not super exciting. All right, we're looking for gold here today. That's what we are looking for. Another epic. Siege Hulk, look how massive he is. He is huge on the screen, but a very good epic. Fun epic, too. This is number 3. Another epic. There's Cryodan. Okay, so now I'm pretty sure it just stays at 25%, or not 25%, times 25 chance. So we might pull multiple Cryodans here, but we got 3 more shards to go. There we go. There we go. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, yeah, that is even better than Kymar. This is like, this is maybe my number 1 desired champ. I love Corvus. I've been talking about Corvus for months. I am so pumped right now. Holy cow. I did not even think about that. I was so fixated on the 10 times champions or the progressive champions. It didn't even occur to me that I might pull Corvus. I didn't even talk about him. Maybe I just shouldn't talk about Corvus. Don't talk about Corvus. Maybe he'll show up. This is like, this is my number 1 desired non-void legendary. Absolutely. Absolutely. Holy cow. Oh, man. Yeah. All right. All right. Let's check them out. So first of all, I'm going to get to a skill in his kit that you're going to look at and you're like, I never really thought about it that way, but this is a crazy good champion. So first of all, he's defensive based, right? Defensive based champion. Okay. So he's got a decreased attack on his A1, 60% chance. That's nice and solid. Now this A2 attacks all enemies 2 times. The first hit increases the duration of all enemy debuffs by 1 turn. Debuff extension. The second hit increases the duration of all ally buffs by 1 turn. Buff extension. You can't find that anywhere else in the game. There's no other champion in the game that has these two effects on the same skill. Nobody does it. In fact, I think the only other I think they introduced a mythic that might now have this skill, and it might be the second champion in the game that does it. But everybody either typically does a thing where they like decrease the duration of enemy buffs and increases the duration of ally buffs. They'll do that. Or they'll extend enemy debuffs and reduce ally debuffs, something like that. But this is the only one that will extend enemy debuffs and ally buffs at the same time. Perfect. The absolute perfect champion for a killable clan boss team. And we haven't even gotten through the rest of his kit. So he has a chance of putting 2 big poisons up and a poison sensitivity debuff up. So again, great for clan boss. And then he decreases the damage enemies under poison debuffs inflict 5% per poison up to 25%. So if you can get 5 poison debuffs on the clan boss, which you should be able to do fairly easily, you reduce the damage the clan boss does by 25%. And he also has a defense in all battles aura of 30%. He's got great stats. You can't tell here because this is just his 5-star like workup. But man, that is huge. That's the most exciting pull I've had in like 6 months. I just blew out my voice. Oh, wow. Okay, I am pumped. I still have 2 more shards to go. I'm so happy I pulled shards today. I am so happy. He's my next 6-star. Another epic. Chinaru. Okay, you can get her free at the beginning of the game. I wouldn't, by the way, but yeah, I don't care what happens with this shard. I'm just like, another Alika. I've pulled like 4 of her in the last, I don't know, 6 weeks or 8 weeks. Whew. Wow. I'm jazzed. All right, so let's go get our points. I'm almost tempted to keep pulling because now that I've pulled a legendary, my chances of Kaimar are up to 20%. Or not 20%, I keep saying that, times 20. But it's only a 6% chance. There is a 2 times Sacred Shard event next weekend. I'm also close to the books, though, and that's always the thing that gets me. Is how close am I to books? So I am 600 points away from a legendary tome. I'm 700 points away. So if I pulled 1 more Sacred, I'd be 200 points away. I could do another 10 pull of Ancient Shards if I wanted to get that. That feels okay. 1 more chance at Kaimar. 1 more chance at Kaimar. All right, let's do that. I think that's, my gems are good. I'm going to be good for the champion chase. So I'm going to pull 1 more Sacred and 10 more. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So let's go buy a big shard pack here. I hope I have enough room, by the way. All right, so let's do a 10 pull here and then a one pull here. And that's all we're going to do. Probably not going to hit. Probably just throwing away shards. But I'm going to go get a legendary tome, and I need those legendary tomes for my new Corvus, the Corruptor. So let's go get a legendary tome. There's an epic. There's another epic. Oh, Lockway is a fusion epic. So that's not bad. I think I have a Lockway, but now I don't have to burn the one that I've gotten built here. So yeah, Lockway is right here. So that's another win. I will take that for those 10 ancient shards. That's awesome. And in fact, I think I'm 1 champion away from Lady Mikage now, actually. I think I just need an Ilsinia. That's all I need. I have everything else. I would like another copy of Aishma, though, because I have a really good 5-star Aishma already built and booked out and stuff, and I don't want to necessarily turn her into a fusion champ. So I could get another copy there. That would be awesome. Okay, and so last chance here on a Sacred Shard. Do we get lucky and pull a second legendary? Would it be a Kaimar? Yes, come on, come on. Oh, man. Oh, man. Mashallah, that's another new champion for me. That's fantastic. He's so good, too. He's really good. You can use him in Clan Boss. You can use him in Arena. He's got a leech on No, he will then attack enemies under leech. So let's see. How does this? Yeah, he has the increased speed buff. Increased speed buff with an extra turn, but no turn meter fill. So he's got very specific clan boss tunes available to him. He can also place a True Fear and a leech debuff on all enemies for 2 turns, which can turn this A1 into an AoE. Yeah, I mean, he's great in several places. So 2 legendaries. Wow. 2 really good legendaries. Of course, now I've got a times 25 chance for Kymar. I don't need these sacred shards next weekend. I don't need them. Let me see how close I am to like more books. What would it take me to get more books? Okay, I am at 4,700 points. My voice is totally shot. If I get one more book, that'll get me to 5,200. Then I need 150 mystery shards for another book. If I pull 2 more, that gets me to 5,900. No, 5,700. And then I need 350 mystery shards to get all of these legendary tomes. Like I said, I don't need these sacred shards for next week. I don't need them for next week. The reason to hold on to them would be for another fusion or a guaranteed legendary champion. But at this point, my times 25 karma, I mean, what's the likelihood that I pull a third Lego in 3 more shards? That's tiny. But I would have said that about my last win. So let's go get it. Let's go get it. We're going to pull 3 more shards. 3 more shards. That'll bring our grand total here to 10 shards. That's okay. I've got the sacred shards that I need. A 25 times chance for Kymar, who I've desperately wanted for a long time. The funny thing is, if I pulled Kymar, I'd probably still build Corvus first, just because I love that champion so much. But all right, let's go ahead. Let's go. We're going to go 3 more times, and then we're going to pull a whole bunch of mystery shards, but I'm not going to make you watch that. Torture Helm is also he's a fusion epic, I think. All right. Canelia, who's a really good champion. Last pull here. One more chance at that Kymar. One more chance at that Kymar. Come on. Biggest event ever? Nope. Hey, we pulled the Cryodan, the blue. So we got the free book there for my Cryodan. Okay, so that's it. I'm not going to pull anymore. I don't think. You know, I'm almost at that Lady Mikage. I'm almost to Lady Mikage. I need one more champion for Lady Mikage, and I don't have any mythical skill to him. And I'm not going to pull this many shards again. I mean, I'm never going to pull shards to get this high again. This is crazy. This is crazy. I mean, I know part of it's like the rush of it, but 6,200 takes me to 6,700. Then I only have to pull 50 mystery shards. Absolutely. I'm going to go get that mythical tome. Why would I not get that mythical tome? Again, the sacred shards are not, I don't need them for anything else. So why not go for Kymar again and for a mythical tome? Oh, be friendly. This would be so much fun. Okay. Skiramis. All right, that's okay. I thought they were maybe going to give me Geo or something, but of course they're not going to give me Geo. That would be a crazy, crazy day. Still one of my best days all time pulling shards. Absolutely fantastic. Man, Corvus is like absolute huge win. Mashalad, absolute huge win. I got a fusion epic. And then I got all my points. I got 3 legendary tomes, and I'm going to get a mythical skill tome here with some mystery shards. Plus the fragment stuff, the energy, everything that I need. Okay, even a barrel there. There's a barrel there. That's awesome. That means I can basically build up my my Corvus today. I could have him at 60 today. How fantastic is that? Okay, so here they are, the prizes from today, Mashalad and Corvus the Corruptor. My dog is going nuts. She doesn't know what's going on, why I'm screaming and jumping up and down. But all right, thanks for hanging out. This was so much fun. Whew, it's always good to have a really good win from a shard pull event. Let me know in the comments below, did you hit on any of your progressive champions? Who did you hit on? Maybe you pulled one of your favorite champions. But don't hesitate to also let me know if you completely missed, because I will happily commiserate with you. This was a great event for me, but I've had several in a row that weren't so successful. So we definitely all know the pain of completely missing during one of the big events. But if you've used this event to go after Toome in the Cold or to go for the Fusion champion Blizzard, remember that this was just an investment in those champions, and those are guaranteed champion events. So this is bonus for me. It's a huge bonus. It's actually maybe bigger than the other champions. Now maybe Torment is the bonus. I don't even know. But we've all had that situation where we've missed. And so, whether you've just go back. I'm completely lost. I'm all over the place. I'm all over. I don't know what to do here. Yeah, we've all had those bad days. But when you have a good day like this, it makes you forget all that bad stuff. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But it makes it fade into the distance for a little bit. All right. Like I said, thanks so much for hanging out. I've been Cole Red, and I will see you in another video once my voice has recovered very soon.